Usually this recordings and all comes automatic with the start of the session. I don't know why it's not happening for this session.
Sir,
Yes,
I make a endpoint,
you made an
then
endpoint, okay.
yeah, but how
Then
I the इसके आगे कैसे करना है मुझे नहीं कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है इसमें ऐसा कुछ
अच्छा,
पोस्ट के लिए ऑप्शन ढूंढ रहा हूँ मैं सर्च
has anyone done? Any brave guy and girl?
स्मोकिंग क्रिएट न्यू रूल हाँ यस सर मिल गया मेकिंग रूल्स नॉट हैव टू पोस्ट then request path
So is it done, Ankit?
get trying name work
Okay, let's discuss this thing. So before discussing this problem, I want to ask you one more question. Okay. So I want you guys to tell me what is this thing? JSON. ये क्या होता है? JSON क्या होता है? What is JSON? Anyone?
सर ये एक बॉडी होता है कि हम कौन सा रिक्वेस्ट पास कर रहे हैं उसका पैरामीटर का एक बॉडी बना के हम लोग रिक्वेस्ट को भेजते हैं.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. So basically, just JSON, you will like you will have to be familiar with this particular term JSON. It stands for what? It stands for what? Tell me. Okay, you only search from your end if you guys are not responding then. Okay, so basically it's a format. It's a basically the data format you can say. Data format एक ऐसा फॉर्मेट होता है जिसमें कि हम डेटा को रिसीव या फिर सेंड करते हैं क्लाइंट से सर्वर्स को या फिर सर्वर से क्लाइंट को. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली इसमें क्या होता है, देयर यूज्ड टू बी समथिंग कॉल्ड अ की and then corresponding to each key there used to be a value. So the representation of the data in form of key and value, okay, is known as the JSON. It's same like the map. मैप आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा, मैप की तरह ही होता है ये JSON. Okay, so JavaScript object notation, it's basically the representation of the data where the datas are data are represented in form of various key. Let's say if you have k1 as one of the key and v1 as one of the values, then you can have n number of keys and n number of values. ठीक है, so ये बेसिकली एक स्ट्रक्चर होता है जिसमें कि हम डेटा को क्लाइंट और सर्वर के बीच में सेंड और रिसीव करते हैं. ठीक है, there is other kind of structure also that we call as an XML structure. So basically डेटा को भेजने के लिए और रिट्रीव करने के लिए दो फॉर्मेट हैं अभी के लिए जावा के पास, जेसन और जेसन एंड एक्सएमएल. ठीक है, या तो जेसन के पास भेजो, जेसन से भेजो, या फिर एक्सएमएल के फॉर्मेट में भेजो. सो जेसन इज मोर इजी एज कंपेयर टू XML. So most of the times you will see this JSON formats only while sending the request and receiving the request. Okay, so इसी JSON की हेल्प से हम ये API बनाएंगे. ठीक है, so basically you have to design the REST post API to upload the below details of an employee of XYZ company. The details are name, work X and age. ठीक है, so ये details आपको भेजना है सर्वर को और बदले में आपको ये क्रिएटेड रिस्पॉन्स कोड रिट्रीव करना है. ठीक है, सो नाउ लेट्स डू इट. सो फर्स्ट इफ यू विल गो टू दिस थिंग, दिस बिसेप्टर पोर्टल, तो यू विल हैव टू फर्स्ट गिव द एंड पॉइंट नेम. ठीक है, अभी बताता हूँ एंड पॉइंट होता क्या है. सो लेट्स गिव द नेम एज एन एम्प्लॉय डिटेल्स. ठीक है, इस नाम से मैंने बना दिया एंड पॉइंट. नाउ आई विल क्रिएट दिस वन, क्लिक ऑन द क्रिएट. ठीक है, सो बेसिकली ये आपने जो देखा, आप क्या करते हो, किसी भी पोर्टल पे जाते हो, जैसे गूगल पे गए आप, google.com if you will write, क्या होता है, what you will see basically it's an HTTP request. So here you can see https www.google.com. so ये एक URL इसको बोलते हैं, URL universal resource locator. Resource locator means it's like an address where some resources are stored. ये एक ऐसा एड्रेस है जहाँ पे कुछ रिसोर्सेस रखे हुए हैं. सो रिसोर्सेस रखने का मतलब, जैसे आपका घर है, आपके घर का कोई एड्रेस है, सो बेसिकली घर के अंदर कुछ ना कुछ रिसोर्सेस होंगे. रिसोर्सेस मतलब वहां पे कुछ लोग रहते होंगे, कुछ सामान रहता होगा, isn't it? Same way for the case of this portals also, there used to be an address, we call it as an resource, URL basically. So for every resources there will be some for every basically for every URLs there will be the resources associated with it. ठीक है, अगर इस पे मैं गया, इस पे मैं कुछ सर्च किया, ठीक है, so basically ये सारे resources हैं हमारे पास इस पर्टिकुलर एड्रेस पे, इस पर्टिकुलर एड्रेस पे. ठीक है, तो सेम वे वी कॉल दैट एड्रेस, दैट URL एज एन एंड पॉइंट ऑल्सो. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे देखो बेसिकली https employee details freereceptor.com, ये हमारा बन गया बेस URL. इसको बोलते हैं बेस URL, जहाँ पे आपके रिसोर्सेस एलोकेट होंगे. ठीक है, नाउ on this base URL you will create the different endpoints. endpoints मतलब अपने APIs का लोकेशन. ठीक है, API डिजाइन करोगे आप यहाँ पे. ठीक है, सो ऑन दिस बिसेप्टर यू विल फाइंड दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑप्शन मॉकिंग रूल्स. तो यहाँ पे आप क्लिक करो. ठीक है, click on this create new rule. So here you will get one form which you need to fill out as per your required design, API design. Okay, so यहाँ पे आप देखो मेथड आपको पोस्ट चूज करना है because you are going to design a API which will store the employee details on the server. Okay, so just select post here, request path exact match to. So here you will find different options. So every options are meant for something. For our purpose we will use the exact path matches. ठीक है, now you have to configure some end point here. So end point मतलब जैसे google.com आपने लिखा तो यहाँ पे स्लैश करके कुछ लिखा हुआ है ना, ये तो बाकी ये क्या होगा, इसको बोलते हैं end points. ठीक है, so in case of this slash search is only an end point. क्वेश्चन मार्क के पहले जो भी है ये एंड पॉइंट है, क्वेश्चन मार्क के बाद जो भी है उसको क्वेरी पैरामीटर बोलते हैं. We will see later what this query parameter means. Okay, so after the base URL, whatever you give as an resource, whatever you give as an basically the value, the string value here, that will be the end point. ठीक है, तो चूंकि हमें एम्प्लॉय क्रिएट करना है, तो लेट्स नेम इट लाइक देन स्लैश एम्प्लॉय. Okay, now come to the other part. So here we have done with the uh, request. So here you can see when following condition is matched for request, so this particular form is for request. Now coming to the next section, here it is for the response. So आपने request तो configure कर दिया, अब response configure करो. So what the status code you want to retrieve? So we want to retrieve 201. ठीक है, 201 हमको चाहिए. Now response headers में आपको application JSON, basically there are n number of content types मतलब what kind of data you want in the response. So you want in a form of text, or you want in form of JSON, or you want in form of complete file. So even you can send complete file from server to the client. ठीक है. So depending upon the type of data you want to accept from the server, you can give the content type. So basically for our purpose, we want to retrieve this data, employees details created successfully. ठीक है. So ये data चाहिए. Basically it is what? It is a text data. ये text data है. ठीक है. तो basically application JSON इसमें काम नहीं करेगा. Here you will have to give text. Okay, ये string value है. ठीक है. तो इसका कंटेंट टाइप क्या हो जाएगा? रिस्पॉन्स बॉडी अगर आपने सिर्फ एक टेक्स्ट एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हो, तो यहाँ पे कंटेंट टाइप में आपको टेक्स्ट एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. सो दिस इज अबाउट द रिस्पॉन्स बॉडी एंड रिस्पॉन्स हेडर. ओके, यू कैन पास अदर हेडर्स ऑल्सो, बट सिंस इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर आवर पर्पज, सो विल जस्ट लीव इट एज इट इज. ठीक है. सो दिस इज हाउ यू कैन क्रिएट. सो इसको आप अभी नो अदर डिटेल्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. You can give the description if you want. You can give the description like to create an employee of XYZ company. You can give this one also, description also. Just save the rule. Okay. So here you have saved the rule. Okay. Now let's go to our postman and try to hit this particular endpoint. ठीक है, इसको hit करेंगे. उसके लिए सबसे पहले हमें क्या चाहिए? हमें चाहिए base URL. This particular base URL we should have. So let's copy this base URL. Go to the postman. Just give here the base URL. It is a post request. Put the post request. Select the post request. Then after base URL, you have your API as what? You have your API as /employee. So now you give it here /employee. Sorry, /employee. Okay. Now since it is a post request, so obviously post request means what? You need to send some data which you have to get it stored on the server. कुछ data आपको भेजना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. So you have to click on this body. ठीक है. Body में यहाँ पे various options you will get on the postman. You have to select on raw. Then here you have to select JSON, because we are going to send a JSON type of data. The format of data which we want to send on the server is JSON. ठीक है. So now let's go to see what and all details we need to send to that particular endpoint. So ये सारे डिटेल को भेजना है. ठीक है. So as I told, JSON means it will have a curly bracket and different keys and values will be there. So I'm just copying all the keys basically. So here you need to send the key and colon its value. ठीक है. So I'm sending my name Neeraj. Similarly for other key, तो एक की नेम हो गया. एक की क्या चाहिए? वर्क एक्सपीरियंस. तो वर्क एक्सपीरियंस you send. You can send integer value, let's say 3 years. In same way you have to send the age. You can send your age, let's say 26. Then salary. Okay, salary you can send 70. ठीक है. इस तरह से ये डेटा आप भेज रहे हो. सो बेसिकली यू कैन सी जेसन को पहले समझो. जेसन का स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होता है? एक कर्ली ब्रैकेट होते हैं, कर्ली ब्रैकेट स्टार्टिंग फिनिश, देन डिफरेंट कीज एंड वैल्यूज. सो बेसिकली नेम इज वन ऑफ द कीज, वर्क एक्सपीरियंस इज अदर की, एज, सैलरी. सो ये डेटा आप क्या करोगे? भेजोगे किसको? सर्वर को कि इस डिटेल के साथ डिटेल्स आप क्रिएट करो, एम्प्लॉय ऑफ क्रिएट करो अपने सर्वर पे, ठीक है, मतलब डेटाबेस में स्टोर करो। Since this chapter doesn't provide any kind of database, so we can send but it will not be saved in real. हम बस एक टेस्टिंग कर रहे हैं, हम एक्चुअल में टेस्ट नहीं, एक्चुअल में सेव नहीं होगा, एक्चुअल में we will get this response whatever we are accepting it here, ठीक है। मॉकिंग्स रूल्स आर अपडेटेड, दिस पेज नीड्स टू बी एन अपडेटेड रिफ्लेक्ट न्यू चेंज अपडेट नाउ, ओके फाइन, ठीक है। तो नाउ लेट्स गो एंड हिट इट, इसको हिट करो, क्या मिलता है आपको यहाँ, हियर यू गॉट employee details created successfully, whatever the response you had given there, remember that response you got, ठीक है। इसका टाइप टेक्स्ट था, तो हेडर्स में here you can see on the headers you will get the content type as an text, ठीक है। so ये इसका मतलब होता है, and the response code status you can see 201, तो हमने 201 ही भेजा था यहाँ से, right, 201 हमको मिल गया। तो बेसिकली दैट आवर एपीआई whatever we have created that is working, ठीक है। So this was about the creating an employee with that particular details, what and all details, so जो आपने request body में भेजा है, इस detail के साथ employee आपका create हो गया। Okay, anyone has any doubt? Okay, it's very simple. So let's go to the other API creation. So this is for design an API to get all the details of an XYZ company. So XYZ company में जितने भी employees हैं उनके details को आप retrieve करो, इस time save नहीं करना है, उस time retrieve करना है, ठीक है। So now these are the details which are required in the response body, ये सारी details चाहिए। तो शुरू हो जाओ, I'll give you another 10 minutes. It's not required 10 minutes but let's give you 10 minutes. So hurry up, at least I want one guy to complete it, okay? I am not going to explain it. I'll ask one of you to share the screen and just explain to everyone. So be ready. It's at 2054 at 90. Sorry, at 21 hours, 2100 hours, 9 बजे हम start करेंगे discussion करना. So start doing yourself. So one thing you have to see, you have to retrieve the details of all the employees. All the employees चाहिए आपको. It's not like you want to have only one employee. सारे employee जितने भी data होंगे employee के सर्वर के पास, सारे के सारे डेटा को फेच करना है। You will have to accept an array of JSON object, array or list of JSON object you can say. So here you can see all the status codes we are accepting 201, 200. These two are the for the successful response only. I hope everyone is doing. So from tomorrow onwards, whatever we are doing on the Biceptor right now, for all these things, we are going to write the Java program using the Spring Boot. We will create our own API. Ankit, have you done? Or anyone?
Sir, I am not know how I can postman.
You don't know how to use Postman? Have you created on the Biceptor?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Do you have the Postman installed in your machine?
Yeah, yes, sir. Tomorrow I install it, but I don't know completely installed or not.
Okay, just share your screen. Share your screen. I'm stopping my sharing. So guys, everyone focus here. Ankit is going to explain this. Just share your screen. Let me see how you have not used Postman right now. First, you show me the Biceptor part where you have created that API. It's just one API, right? What about the GET request? Anyone else? Has anyone done?
सर सेकेंड डाटा कैसे लेना है
Sorry, second data what?
सर दूसरा नेम है ना सर वो कैसे लेना है उसके अंदर सर तो
So Ankit, your Postman is working, right? Why you are saying it's not working? Okay, let me only share it my screen. So guys, just focus on the screen, please. Okay, so I'm going to create one more API. Okay, I'll just name it. Okay, I'm going to name it. It is for the GET request. Okay, so obviously we are going to retrieve all the details of the employees of XYZ company. So that will be a GET request only, right? So I have created this GET request here. Now this time again you have to like the exact path mapping for the employees. This time you give the name endpoint like get employees. Endpoint का नाम मैंने change कर दिया get employees. You can change whatever you want. Okay, so here we can have 200 status code only. Then the response type what we want, basically we want this thing only, content type as an application JSON. It should accept application JSON. So we are not having the post request, so this accept JSON doesn't mean anything. Okay, so content type is fine, application JSON, because we will want as an JSON only. Okay, and we want these data as an response. So अब इसको समझो, इसको समझने वाली ही बात है ये. देखो, this was about one data, one object. If you want to send, so you will have one curly bracket. Okay, suppose again you want to have one more object, one more JSON object. So basically it is a JSON object, right? So if you are having multiple JSON object, like in this case there can be n number of employees in the company, so आप एक array of JSON भेजोगे. array of JSON क्या होता है? list of JSON. list of JSON क्या होता है? Okay, so suppose you have some numbers like 1 2 3. इसको अगर लिस्ट में कन्वर्ट करना क्या करोगे? 1 2 3 ऐसे कर दोगे, यही तो होता है. Now same thing if you have to do for the JSON object. So suppose there are n number of JSON object. ठीक है, let's say 3 JSON objects are there. तो आप इसको अगर लिस्ट में कन्वर्ट करना है तो क्या करोगे? Just put it in the list, right? So same thing here also we will do. तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास बेसिकली हम एक लिस्ट ले रहे हैं, स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट लगाएंगे, ठीक है. Then for each object, each JSON object, so this is one of the JSON object, and again you have second JSON object. तो एक JSON object हमारा ये था, just see here. तो एक JSON object में हमारे पास क्या था? name, work x, then age and salary. So this was about the one JSON object, right? एक JSON object ये हो गया. Again second JSON object is this one, name, again other employee, work x, then we have age, then its salary. So ये दूसरा ऑब्जेक्ट होगा. इसी तरह से तीसरा भी डाल सकते हो. ओके, एनी डाउट? सो बेसिकली दिस इज वन जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट. एक जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट ये है, उसी तरह से दूसरा जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट ये होगा. इसको बस हम लिस्ट में डाल दे रहे हैं. that's how you will retrieve all the employees, right? So we have created this particular endpoint also. Let's add the description to fetch all the employees details of XYZ company. FETCH. Okay. Okay, now save this rule, check it once again, just see what and all we have done. We have selected this as a get request. Okay, then request condition, exact path / get employees, and these things. Okay, why it's saying every time someone has updated? Anyone using my ID or what? Who is using my ID? Eh? Okay, again I'll have to do get employees. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so these two requests we have created, endpoints we have created. Now go to our Postman and just hit it. So this time we have to do as in get. Let's make another tab here. Okay, so add a tab matlab same thing. Yeah, you need the base URL also. So base URL plus the endpoint. So the get employees was the endpoint, then slash. Okay, so this was the base URL. Same thing I am repeating. Get employees. Okay, so since it is a get request and we are not supposed to pass any headers here, we are not accepting any headers. So just send it. So here you can see you got the 200 as a response and the corresponding details whatever you send it there. So सारे के सारे details आप यहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएगा. Okay, jack1 and all those things whatever you have done it here. So this was about the get request for the employees. So this one you can see it is basically the list of basically you can see here we are having the two different objects. Okay, two different JSON object. Okay, so that's about the fetching all the details of the employee from XYZ company. Now same thing, but this time you have to do for the delete method.
Sir,
So again just try it. Yes,
in a postman, my JSON not shown.
in
And
the
my
postman
JSON,
your JSON is not showing.
yeah, yes, sir.
Why it's not showing? You
I
were
don't know.
sharing your screen, then share your screen again. Do it fast, we don't have much time.
Sir,
I have to finish the
um,
session by 9:30.
sir, please allow sharing.
Okay, let me stop first, then only you will be able to share.
Let's see. Sure.
This is a post request, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So what you are trying to do? You are trying the first one only. Click on the raw.
Yeah.
Basically now select the JSON.
Oh, okay, sir.
Now give the body here.
Okay, sir.
Understood, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, then stop sharing. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, then go for the other one, the delete one. Create the delete API to delete and delete the record of an employee. Okay, so basically here on what parameter you need to delete. So for now you just delete all the employees. Okay, later I'll give you one more request where you can delete by particular ID. Okay, but for now just delete all the records whatever is there in the server. So every record you have to delete. So it will be a simple request only. So just create an API which is there to delete the records, delete all the records basically. Let me reframe the question first. Design an API to delete all the records. So basically you have to delete all the records first. All the records
Hello, sir.
of employees. Yes, anyone saying anything?
सर, मतलब पोस्टमैन का कोड दिखाना सर, सेकंड वाला का, मतलब गेट का.
What happened? Yeah, I just need to pass the endpoint. That's it. I'm not using anything else.
ओके सर, मतलब इसमें बॉडी नहीं दिखना चाहिए.
Get में body कैसे आ सकती है?
ओके.
Who is this guy? Get means what? You need not to send anything in the request body, right? The request body comes only for the post request, put request, patch request. Put post और patch में ही request body आती है, बाकी get में नहीं आती है. इसका नाम ही get है. सिर्फ get करेगा, सिर्फ चीजों को accept करेगा, send नहीं करेगा. Okay. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now design the delete API to delete all the records of employees of XYZ company. Okay. So do it fast. Very simple. It will be very simple API. Status code you have to set 202. Give the response as an this thing. Okay. So hurry up. I'll give you 5 minutes more. Just do it. I'll be back in 1 minute. Two more minutes, guys. Okay, time's up. So has anyone done? चलो फिर शेयर करो स्क्रीन फटाफट बताओ. No, your screen is not yeah, it's visible now. Slash delete. Okay, 1 second, 1 second. See, so whenever you create endpoints, why we are giving you this practice sessions for this particular thing means you should be knowing how to create and what to create. So how to create, you understood. What to create. Okay, so what to create means you have simply given the endpoints as a slash delete. ओके सो जो भी हम एंड पॉइंट बनाते हैं रियल एंटरप्राइज एप्लीकेशन में उसका नाम कुछ ऐसे होना चाहिए कि एंड पॉइंट से ही पता लग जाए कि वो किस लिए वो एपीआई का काम क्या है. बेसिकली द पर्पस ऑफ द एपीआई यू शुड नो बाय द नेम इटसेल्फ. सो यू हैव गिवन स्लैश डिलीट. ओके, सो स्लैश डिलीट, इट विल डिलीट व्हाट. Okay, so suppose someone else, like some of your other team members are coming to your team and they are just looking to this particular API slash delete. So they will think what delete will happen for this API. So they will not aware basically. So that's why you need to give the proper name also. So give slash delete employees. Append it with employees also. Capital E and always follow camel casing. Okay, so this way you also find you can follow the camel casing also. So 200
Return
or
HTTP.
202, you give the 202. Okay, now status deleted. You just pass the message whichever I have asked you. Just pass the text message. Here you have to pass employee deleted successfully, employees deleted successfully. ऐसे मत भेजो employees deleted successfully, text message delete भेजो. Not there, man, not there. That is for description. That is just for the reference purpose. It will not show you anything.
इसमें सर
In the response
इसमें
body, yes, give us employees deleted successfully. Give it as a text only, not a JSON object.
टेक्स्ट सर
टेक्स्ट टेक्स्ट का मतलब क्या होता है, पहले ये बताओ, रुको अभी। टेक्स्ट का मतलब क्या होता है?
टेक्स्ट का फाइल से टेक्स्ट फाइल
Text means something written in the double quotes, right? But in your response body, in your response body, what is the format you are sending? You are sending a JSON object, right? It is having a value in the key value format. Just give the message, don't give the JSON object. That's what I wanted to say you. ठीक है, अब इसका फॉर्मेट लिखो। क्या फॉर्मेट होगा इसका? कंटेंट टाइप txt, text होता है ना टेक्स्ट। Now try. Okay, now save the rules and then try. Go to Postman. You will get 404. No, that endpoint is not configured, right? Slash delete is not the endpoint. Slash delete slash employees.
सर यहाँ तो फिर लेकिन यहाँ दिया ना सर रिक्वेस्ट पाथ इज स्टार्ट विथ, तो डिलीट से तो स्टार्ट हो रहा है ना सर।
Then why you are not getting the message, proper message, whatever you are configuring there?
और सर यहाँ तो हम दे रहे हैं ना सर, मतलब इसमें इसमें स्टार्ट विथ कर दिया है ना, रिक्वेस्ट पाथ स्टार्ट विथ।
नहीं, मैं समझ गया आपकी बात। आप रिस्पॉन्स बॉडी में क्या पास कर रहे हो? एम्प्लॉय डिलीटेड सक्सेसफुली पास कर रहे हो कि नहीं कर रहे हो, ये बताओ। तो जो मैसेज पास करोगे वही मैसेज आना चाहिए ना उसमें।
लेकिन सर स्टार्ट तो हो रहा है ना सर डिलीट से।
स्टार्ट हो रहा है, क्या स्टार्ट हो रहा है? See, in your response body, whatever you are getting, that is not same, right? Here you will get this message. This is the common message given by the Bipster. क्या ही कर रहे हो, कुछ भी कर रहे हो, टेक्स्ट सेलेक्ट कर रहे हो, रिस्पॉन्स बॉडी में टेक्स्ट सेलेक्ट कर रहे हो तुम्हें। Okay, let me do it. Okay, so first of all, who is using my ID? Man, किसी को मैंने ये ID दिया है क्या? How come it's getting configured automatically? Delete employee. Who has created this? Why it's coming for me? Okay, so choose this thing slash, I'm naming it as a delete employees. Okay. Let me correct the spelling. Delete employees. Now you have to expect the status code as a 202. Okay. Then you want to have this particular message. Employees deleted successfully. Right. Come here, pass this message as it is. So basically this is of type text. So you have to give it here as a text and not the application JSON. Okay. Now give the description. Delete the employees of XYZ company. Okay. Now save the rule. Again check if everything is in place. So here you have to select what? Delete request. Right? Slash delete employees. So this will be our endpoint. Now you have to do what? You have to give this status code, then content type and the response message. That's it. Save the rule. Now this is the endpoint which you have to try. Now come to Postman. Just enter the endpoint first. Select the delete here. You need the base URL also. So for our, in our case, the base URL is the Bifsters one, the whatever the Bifster has created for us. Give it here slash delete employees. ठीक है. अभी क्या करना है हमें? Now let's see if you will hit it from here. So what you will get? What you will get? Employees deleted successfully. That means whatever the message you have passed here, the same message you got, right? So that's what I was saying. You should get the same message, right? The same message whatever you are passing. Okay. So here we are not passing anything in the body. You can pass if you want to delete some particular records, you can pass that record here in form of JSON. Suppose I want to delete some particular employee. Suppose I want to delete this one. This particular I want to delete Jack. तो जैक के डिटेल को पास कर दो बॉडी में. ठीक है. That's it. And here you have to select JSON because this time it's going to be the JSON. Okay. ठीक है. Now hit it. You will get the same response or not? Same response. Correct. So whatever you will configure here, the same you should get in the response. Okay. So that's about the get request. I think everyone would be comfortable with these three requests at least. Put, post and delete. Now let's go for the last one. That is for the updating the details of an employee. So यहाँ पे update करने के लिए you can go for the, since it is asking what, design an API to update the record of an employee. So it's not mentioned like some particular detail of an employee is only needs to be updated. Particular detail मतलब केवल नाम update करो या फिर salary update करो या फिर कोई particular thing update करो. तो we can go for the put request because we are supposed to update the all records. All records means suppose this is the detail of one of the employees, name, work experience, age and salary. So this complete thing you are supposed to update. So in this case you will choose what? You will choose put request. Suppose in case if you are asked to just update the work experience or salary or age, so one or two among all the entries, so in that case you will go for the patch request. So यहाँ पे हमें सारे के सारे एंट्री को अपडेट करना है, मतलब पूरा का पूरा ऑब्जेक्ट अपडेट करना है. Then go for the put request. So create a put request in the Biceptor. Okay. So do it finally. I'm okay. Let's not close it. Start doing. इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस तो नहीं है, सिंपल सी चीज है. इसमें कोई कोडिंग वोडिंग थोड़ी ना करनी है हमें. ये क्यों नहीं आ रहा है आप लोगों को समझ? How many are repeaters here? Repeaters means who has already attended Spring Boot last session, last batch also. Just raise your hand. So all are new here, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, क्या? Ten. Ten. Okay, I'll give you 1 more minute, then we will start discussing. Okay, let's focus on the screen. Let me create the other one, the basically to an API to update the employee record. Okay, so since we have to update the complete record, so we will go for what? We will go for the put request. Okay, and here you need to select, you need to give your endpoint. So let me give one of my endpoint. Let me give employee update employee. Okay, so here what is there to be accepted? Employees deleted successful, no. Okay, employees updated successfully, it should be right. Okay, so this message you have to pass as in text. Okay, so let me copy it as it is, just give it here. Okay, and in the content type, what should be type? Since we are just passing the text, just pass the text here. Okay, and the status code, what status code we should have? 202. Here also 202 they are saying, just give 202. Now come here, just give some description. Okay, to update the record of an employee from XYZ company. Okay, just save the rule. Okay, let's see if everything is in place. Put request update employee. Okay, employee deleted successfully, this thing. Now save the rule. Okay, now let's hit this particular endpoint, update employee, go to and this one postman. Okay, so let me just do it here only, update employee. So this time we have to select the post request. Post request means, sorry, this put request, not post request. We need to update the detail of an employee. Okay, so जिस detail को update करना है उसको request body में pass करो. So see, I saw one of you like who has shared the screen sometimes before. He was just swapping here and there. दो चीजें होती हैं. One thing is request body, one thing is response body. तो ये वाला जो पॉपअप देख रहे हो आप लोग, ये जो विंडो खुल के आ रहा है, ये रिक्वेस्ट बॉडी के लिए होता है. रिक्वेस्ट बॉडी मतलब जिसमें आप रिक्वेस्ट जो डेटा भेजते हो सर्वर के साइड से. और जो ये वाला विंडो है, ठीक है, ये है जिससे रिस्पॉन्स आपको मिलता है सर्वर से. Okay, so there are two different things. So here, whatever the changes you will do here, like you have selected raw, here you have selected JSON, so this will be applicable for the data which you are sending to the server. That means the request body. And whatever the changes you will do here, like if you have selected text, HTML, all these things, so these things are applicable for the response body, जो डेटा हमको सर्वर से मिल रहा है. तो ऐसा ना करो कि कुछ भी करो, यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे क्लिक कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं, कुछ भी कर रहे हो हवा में. So don't do anything blindly. Whatever you are clicking, even if you are clicking something, you are selecting something, you should know why you are doing this. Okay, so just let me hit it. इसको हमने hit किया. So employee updated successfully. So whatever the message we passed there, we got that one. We got the status code also same 202. Okay, so that was about the 4 different APIs whatever we created using the Biceptor. Now same kind of things we will do using Java programming also in maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So I see from tomorrow onwards you are going to have this concept session. So after that we will have the practice session. In that practice session we will just create some APIs, okay, using the programming. Okay, so far we have just used this tool to create it. It was just for your practice. Okay, so make you familiar about the different types of requests, different types of this one HTTP requests and the status codes. So that's what the main intention of this session. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today's session. I am not going to give you any homework because I see most of people are, I think you are not working properly, you are not paying attention on the concept session. So just revise all your concepts. Okay, then we will see later. Okay, then good night everyone. And I think Ankit has some issue, so he can stay, others can leave. So Ankit, just share your screen and let's see what is the issue you are facing. I'm just stopping my recording and screen share also.